Namaste and welcome to Minderly Yoga. My name is Ryan. Today's Yin practice is focused on our legs to provide much needed relief for our legs and to improve our flexibility. For today's practice, we're going to be using two blocks. You may or may not need them. We'll also be going to be doing the frog pose. So if you need blankets for your frog pose for your knees, you're welcome to use some blankets as well. I'm not using them. We will be holding our poses for approximately 3 minutes each. So let's get started. We're going to start in half shoeless pose. So bringing our legs long on the mat and then taking our left knee and crossing it over the right. Now with this you have a few options. You can choose to place one hand on the knee and one hand on the foot, or wrap your hands around your knee. That's your second option. If you like to go deeper, you're welcome to bring your hands forward and place your forehead on the knee, or wrap your hands around your knee. So I'm just going to be placing my hands because I find that I get a much nicer and deeper stretch when I place my hands on either side of my extended leg. And then beginning to straighten the spine, let's uncross the left knee and extend the left leg. And we're going to take the right knee and cross it over the left. And once again, you have your various options. One hand on the knee, one hand on the foot, both hands around the knee, or just simply folding forward. So I teach yoga to 3-year-olds. I do a lot of work with children. The other day we were doing the letter E as alphabet, and E as in E for eagle. And this was like a baby eagle pose that I was teaching them. And then I asked the kids to take one of the hands and place it on top of the toe, the wrap it around the foot. And they felt a deep stretch in the hamstring. So then I had the opportunity to work with them and educate them and create some body awareness and talk to them about hamstring and stretching the hamstring. You'd be surprised how much 3 and 4-year-olds can absorb and learn. It's a joy to behold. Beginning to straighten the spine, let's extend the right leg long on the mat. We are now going to move into a supported dragonfly. So straddling our legs out wide. Now you may not need the blocks. You might be able to place your forearms on the mat. If you like to use your blocks, you're welcome to use your blocks and place them in the appropriate height for you. So either the lowest height, the middle height, or the tallest one. And as you place the blocks down, bring your forearms onto the blocks. And I have some students who bring their forehead all the way down to the floor, so they have amazing flexibility. That might be your edge, and that's perfectly okay. Yin Yoga is all about finding an edge and staying there. Beginning to come up slowly and straightening our spine, we're going to go into frog pose. So like I mentioned earlier, if you like to use a blanket to protect your knees, you're welcome to do so. And you can even do this pose sideways on the mat, like how I'm about to do, setting the blocks aside and coming onto all fours. From here, we begin to start taking the knees away from each other. And then placing the insides of the feet on the floor. If that's not accessible, you can have your toes untucked and you can just simply place your feet on the floor. And then bring your forearms down. I like to interlace my fingers together in frog pose. This is a little bit intense, this particular pose. If you find that at any stage it becomes too intense, you can always come back up, take a short break and then go back into it. Like I mentioned, we're holding this for 3 minutes. And then gently coming up as you straighten the elbows, place the palms onto the floor. And then slowly wiggle your feet or your knees back in. And then if you're sideways on the mat, coming vertically onto the mat and transitioning to down dog for a few breaths. I just feel a really nice sweet release in my hips when I go into down dog after my frog pose. And if that's not the case for you and you like to take any other option, just for a few breaths, you're welcome to do so. Transitioning back to all fours, coming onto our hands and our knees. We're going to place the knees below the hips and the wrists below the shoulders, untucking our toes and transitioning to sleeping swan. So wiggle your left knee behind the left wrist as you untuck your right toes and extend the right foot towards the back. For today, I'm choosing to use a block instead of falling all the way down. I put my right elbow down on the floor and place the left forearm in front of the right and place my head on the block. Now once again, I have chosen the tallest height. You may choose to use the lowest height or not use a block at all in fact and just place the head on the floor. That is perfectly fine. Gently rising up, leaving the block, if you use the block, leaving the block there as you're going to sleeping swan on the other side, coming back to all fours. And then gently wiggling the right knee behind the right wrist as the left leg goes long. Then dropping the left elbow down and placing the right forearm ahead of the left. And then the head goes on the block. And once again, the head on the block is not compulsory. If you're someone who prefers to place the forehead on the floor or your mat, that's perfectly fine as well. All our bodies are different and we all have a unique expression of each yoga pose. Gently coming back up. We're going to move into child's pose, bringing the big toes to touch, and the knees can be as wide as the mat as we put the block aside, and placing our forehead on the floor or the mat, and the forearms and the palms will melt into the earth. Slowly coming back up, and then swing our legs towards the front as we prepare to go into Shavasana, coming to lie down on the mat on our backs. Let the feet find the corners of the mat, and let the hands come to rest by your side. Palms face the ceiling. I will wake you up when it's time. Making gentle movements with your fingers and your toes as awareness returns to your consciousness. Rolling over to your favorite side. Using your arm as a cushion under your ear. Your eyes closed, coming up into a seat. Hands come together in prayer position as the thumbs press against the sternum. One soft inhale, one soft exhale. Bring the thumbs to third eye center, to your lips, and to your heart. From my heart to yours, Namaste. Thank you for joining me for this practice. Hope your legs are feeling a little bit more open. Wherever you're in the world today, have a great morning, awesome afternoon, or an amazing evening. I will see you soon on the mat. Namaste.